right, it is Monday, and I literally have had a whole day off for the first time in my life. I have not picked up any work emails or actually gone into my work mode on purpose. Mondays have always been scheduled as my day off, and for some reason, at times I end up finding myself doing work because I've got so many projects going on, so many things that I want to do. But honestly, I have found that there is so much more productivity that you can have things done when you actually give yourself time off. We get more productive because we're coming from a place where we have had rest. So this video is really about the importance of rest. And I'll always refer to the Bible. As you know, the scripture that comes to mind is be still and know. So in the being still, it's in the being. For me, being still signifies just sitting back, signifies just allowing things to happen without you, allowing your body that time to just sit back, allowing your mind that time where it's not having to race 1,000 milliseconds per minute, allowing my spirit to also rest. Because in this world, yes, there is self-care, yes, there's all these things, but sometimes even when we do self-care, we're still checking emails, we're still running through different scenarios in our minds. But I've really learned now to just sit back and just rest. What I tend to do is a very small exercise where I just close my eyes in silence and allow my thoughts to happen. And I'll find that most of the time, as the more I quieten down, the more they quieten down too, which is why sometimes we're then able to sleep better. When we sleep, when our minds are overactive, which is why sometimes we end up having the dreams that we have, and we end up having work dreams, and we end up having dreams that literally have us running like headless chickens, basically. But the importance of rest puts you in a meditative state and allows your brain to reach those states where it can repair easily. The more we are constantly thinking, then the more our brain is not, we're taking up space within our brains, we're taking up space within our environment, we're taking up space within the clutter within our minds, and then that ends up being reflective in our surroundings, where we end up having the clutter, where we end up having the emotional clutter, the emotional baggage, the physical clutter, the physical baggage, because we're not taking care of ourselves. It is important to just sit back sometimes and have that lay in. Mondays is my day for that. Mondays is my day for when I sit and reevaluate my week, when I sit and listen to my thoughts and ask them what they serve me, for when I sit and think, is the business I'm doing fulfilling? Is what I'm doing part of my purpose? Is what I'm doing part of my calling? But all in all, this is just to say, please take the time out to rest. Take the time out to really give yourself the time that you need, because no one else will give you that time. It should actually be a prerequisite and a mandate for anybody who comes into your life to respect the fact that you have certain days off, to respect the fact that you may not respond to every message, to respect the fact that you literally take the time off. Because in you taking the time off, you regenerate yourself. You regenerate your mind. You regenerate the way God speaks to you. It's not every day we have to be shandalizing, and every day that we have to be always constantly speaking. We also need to give God the chance to speak. And it's in our resting and our being still that we can know that He is God, because it gives Him the chance to then have the space to speak to us. It gives Him the chance to then have the space to say to us what He needs to say for the week. The reason I take Monday out is because I know the rest of my week is going to pick up pace and it's going to be busy, but I need time for God to speak to me. I have spent all of Sunday speaking to him, telling him how I love him, telling him how I do and how I don't, telling him and worshiping and listening to messages from church and listening to the word. But my Monday is my day of asking him to speak to me. My Monday is my day of just being still and telling him, you're free to plan the week for me. Yes, things may be scheduled. Yes, things may be all caught up in my to-do list. But to be honest with you, I take Monday as very sacred. I would encourage you to have a one day, like I said in the coaching program, we also talk about things like this, where you give your time the space just to be you. Normally before lockdown, these are the days where I'd be doing my nails, these are the days where I do my hair, these are the days where I have my facials, and just to pamper myself and just be in a quiet space. These are the days when I hardly say anything to anyone, and I like to just be quiet. Wishing you an amazing Monday, and please take charge of your life. It is time to rest, and not just do self-care, but just rest and hear what God has to say to you. Hear what your spirit has to say to you. Listen to your thoughts and examine your thoughts and see which ones benefit you and which ones don't. And you can only do that when you actually take time to just listen, without trying to figure out what the next step is. It's a day of just pure relaxation and being regened, being regenerating, and becoming that new person that you want to be. Join me on more. Obviously, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I will be talking a lot more about relationships and how they feed you, because there's certain hormones that we need from our external environment that need to be encouraged within us. There's certain internal hormones, there's certain internal things that we need physically, mentally, and emotionally and spiritually that we need. So I'll be talking a lot more about relationships and what they do for us, and the kind of relationships that we need to allow into our spaces. It has been me, Unique Sibanda, on being unique, and this is just part of the puzzles of learning how to be unique, the need to take time out to rest. So nothing more to say, really. It's a Monday, and I'm hoping you guys have an amazing day. But join me on the Facebook group, where we can discuss more if you have any questions. Like I said, the waiting list for the Being Unique is now open. You can either DM me, put a comment down, I'll put you on the list, and then I'll be able to send out all the information when it is time. It is a 12-week program, so you will need to be committed to it. I'm looking to start it in January, so you've got time to really think about it and kind of dive into the information. The book is also coming up very soon. Yeah, in November, but like I said, in September we'll be doing a few more talks about the book and a few more diving into how to actually really hone in that being unique, and being unique in everything that we do, being excellent in everything we do, being prepared for what is to come, and also learning how to tap into our gifts. That is what is being unique, being authentically, uniquely you. Take care of yourself and have an amazing week until I bring out the next recording, which is I'll be starting the series on why. Knowing your whys, knowing your what, knowing your how, your when, and your the other one. Can't remember which one it is, and your what. I've mentioned that, haven't I? But there's 5 of them anyway, so I'll go through each of them and I'll break them down for you, how we actually identify that. And after that, then we actually go into identifying your core purpose and walking towards your purpose and learning to live in purpose with everything you do. We will also include destiny as well, because everything that we have learned, I have learned in life, is literally is destined, it's part of your purpose. And there is so many different avenues that we can kind of talk about this, but we'll start off by breaking down yourself and learning why you are chosen for the purpose that you are chosen for. But join me, and thanks again. Stay unique, stay authentic, and toodles. I'll see you later. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Yeah? Bye.